in 2006, 2007, we started to see that even after an election, George Bush continued to want to pursue a course that didn't withdraw troops from Iraq, but actually doubled down and initiated a surge. And at that stage, I said very clearly, not only have we not seen improvements, but we're actually worsening potentially a situation there.
Well, that's embarrassing, isn't it?
It was misguided at the time.
Well, at least President Obama recognized that when he took office, he'd been handed a war that had been won.
It's time to recognize where we are in Iraq.
Where we are is the surge saved the day. Where we were in Iraq, as he was speaking, was weaning. But no point in telling people that before they vote. They may have gotten the wrong idea. In fact, this parade of dunces could go on all day.
Mr. Bush, this is madness. You have lost the military. You have lost the Congress to the Democrats. You have lost most of the Iraqis. You have lost many of the Republicans. You have lost our allies in this. You are losing the credibility not just of your presidency, sir, but more importantly, of your office itself. And most imperatively, you are guaranteeing that more American troops will be losing their lives and more families their loved ones. You are guaranteeing that. This becomes your legacy, sir. How many of those you addressed last night as your fellow citizens you just sent to their deaths? And for what, Mr. Bush? So that the next president has to pull the survivors out of Iraq instead of you?
Actually, so the next president can take a bow for a war won. Nancy Pelosi's already given him credit today. He won by following the Bush plan. And she's trying to give him credit. Well, she should give him credit for that, but she's acting as if he changed the plan somehow. And by the way, some people, when they say something stupid, they can't help just doubling down.
And after all of that, now it is his credibility versus that of generals, diplomats, allies, Democrats, Republicans, the Iraq Study Group, past presidents, voters last November, and the majority of the American people. Oh, and there's one more to add to the list tonight. Oceania has always been at war with East Asia.
Oceania? In any case, look, it's a great day. The war in Iraq has been won. The American troops are pulling out, and they're pulling out under the George Bush plan, which President Obama had the good sense to follow, even though he had hectored it. Once he got in there, he figured it out, left well enough alone, and this is a great, great day as we head into our 4th of July weekend. Shouldn't Americans and Iraqis thank President Bush, Vice President Cheney, and General David Petraeus on this momentous day? 888-788-9910. What is Albert's problem, Christine?
He doesn't like you at all. He doesn't like me. He keeps calling me lady.
What's your problem, Albert?
John, we have something very, very important to discuss.
What?
Okay. Now, you know there are millions of Americans that tune in to Fox News every night.
Yes, they do.
Thinking that they are getting the truth.
Yes.
And they're not.
Oh, yes, they are.
Getting the whole story. I've worked at MSNBC for years, and you know how hard we work to get everybody the whole story?
Not very hard.
If you only knew.
If I only knew. I worked at MSNBC for a while myself. I do know.
You know you're not telling the whole truth about Mark Sanford. There's way more.
Oh, yeah? What do we got?
That Fox News won't tell.
What do we got?
What do you mean, what do we got?
Come on, cough it up.
You know, Fox, it makes me sick. It makes us at NBC sick.
I bet it does.
That Fox lies to everybody. And don't you smirk at me, Angry Rich.
He is smirking at you.
By the way, for him to be funny.
Have you noticed the?
Watch me.
Are you able to call because you've been laid off from MSNBC?
I took a break from MSNBC for now.
Did you? Yeah. Well, that's because Fox has been kicking your rear end, and you got to suffer layoffs as a result. Good luck to you, Albert. There might be work in Florida.
Think like him or pay a heavy price.
It is the energy of my thoughts which has touched your instruments and directed you here.
It's John Gibson.